Hello and welcome to the Southern Association of College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us this evening. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. You can direct a question to a specific school by name or post a general question for all of our panelists to answer and share information about their schools. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you tonight. This is just one of many different sessions that are happening as a part of our program, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week's time at the same website where you registered. You'll also be able to find all other sessions that were part of this program. Before we get started tonight, we'd also like to take a moment to thank our fair sponsor, Cambridge Assessment International Education. And tonight we're going to be hearing from 6 great programs, beginning with the Maine Maritime Academy, Trevecca Nazarene University, Wofford College, the University of Southern Mississippi, University of Advancing Technology, and Syracuse University. So I'd like to turn it over to our very first presenter, Maine Maritime Academy.
Thank you, Jennifer. Good evening and welcome to tonight's College Fair, everyone. My name is Billy Shannon. I'm the head men's soccer coach and admissions counselor for Maine Maritime Academy. Hope that you and yours are healthy and well. Maine Maritime Academy, founded in 1941, is a public coeducational institution located in the coastal college community of Castine, Maine. MMA's mission is to provide an exceptional education focused on marine and related programs. The curriculum at Maine Maritime Academy is designed to empower students to develop the knowledge and skills necessary to seamlessly integrate into today's workforce and become leaders in a global economy. MMA offers 3 degrees, associates, bachelor's, and master's, over 23 degree programs in 4 different schools of study, including engineering, transportation, management, and ocean science. In addition, students from our engineering and transportation programs may receive a professional license, allowing them to sail as engineers and deck officers in the shipping industry. Enrollment at Maine Maritime Academy is just under 1,000 students. Our school size provides a real community feel where students are able to maintain their own individual identity. This affords the students a chance to build relationships with their professors and peers, many of whom will one day become colleagues in the workforce. Our average class size is 20 students, and the student to faculty ratio is 11:1. These factors significantly contribute to our students successfully navigating the challenging curriculum, completing their degree requirements, and becoming highly sought after professionals in industry. A common misconception about a Maritime Academy education is that our students are in some way obligated to complete military service after graduation. Unlike the federal service academies, only some of our students wear a uniform at Maine Maritime, and none of our graduates, except those who are electing to pursue military service opportunities, are required to serve. What you will see at Maine Maritime Academy, though, is called the Regiment of Midshipmen. Nearly 2/3 of our student population are part of the regiment, but these students are required to participate in this training program due to the nature of the United States Coast Guard unlimited license degree requirements. Any student may elect to participate, but only those students who are in the unlimited licensing programs are required to be part of the regiment. If it sounds intimidating, believe me, it's not. Just like nearly every other college and university in the country, we have independent students who can and do choose to roll out of bed and wear sweatpants to class. A critical component of the Maine Maritime Academy education is the hands-on experiential learning that our students receive. Whether it be in labs or through their summer field experience, students are put in decision-making positions that are going to test their knowledge and ability and provide them with a unique opportunity that is uncommon in a traditional educational setting. The real value of a Maine Maritime Academy education can be understood through the job opportunities and career outcomes of our alumni network. Over 90% of our students are employed in their field within 90 days of graduation. But quite possibly the most impressive statistic about Maine Maritime is the financial return from the investment in a student's education. Beginning in Castine, Maine, these are just a few examples of the types of career destinations and locations that our alumni end up, and they end up quite literally anywhere and everywhere in the world. Take it from me, we're not all work and no play. I know that being the men's soccer coach. Our students enjoy themselves and participate in clubs, teams, and a variety of student-run organizations as well. There's something for everybody at MMA, and if we don't have what you're looking for, we want to help you develop into a leader and give you the chance to create it. As our slogan goes, we're all mariners. Finally, take a look at some impressive statistics from our 2020 and 2021 accolades. According to Money Magazine, Maine Maritime is the #1 ranked college for veterans, #2 most transformative colleges, and according to U.S. News and World Report, Maine Maritime is the #3 ranked public school, #4 ranked regional college in the North, and the #10 best value school. Hope you've enjoyed the presentation and you've liked what you've learned about Maine Maritime Academy. To learn more, you can visit our website. I'll put that information in the chat, and feel free to ask any questions you have via the chat or our email or phone, which I will also put in the chat for your contact info. Thanks again, and I think I'm going to be turning the floor over to Emily from Trevecca Nazarene University.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing more about Maine Maritime Academy. And yes, Trevecca Nazarene University is next.
Hello, everyone. Let me share my screen real quick. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, my name is Emily. I am one of the admissions counselors.
Emily?
Yeah. Oh, can you not see it yet?
But we can't see your screen yet. So just wanted you to hold tight just until. There we go. Now it's coming. Looks great. You're all
Thanks,
set.
Jennifer. Awesome. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for the opportunity you've given me to speak with you as well as the other colleges. My name is Emily, like I said, and I'm one of the admissions counselors at Trevecca Nazarene University. We are a private, regionally accredited, and nationally recognized Christian university right in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee. So you may be saying, okay, what is Trevecca like? What does it have to offer? Here are some of the pictures of our campus that I'd love to share. Like I said, we are just 1 mile from downtown Nashville, which provides so many opportunities for students to get involved in the city, to have internships, to make lasting memories, to build connections that honestly can propel them to really exciting places upon graduation. So Trevecca has about 4,000 students total, but that includes doctoral students, master's students, and students who choose the non-traditional path. For our traditional on-campus residential or commuting students, we have between 1,000 and a little under 1,400. So as I like to say it, you will be known, but you're not going to be under a microscope. Here at Trevecca, we value community relationships and really propelling you to be the person who we believe the Lord's called you to be. And so you are going to be known, but you'll be able to also, not know everything and have everything be known about you. It's a really special balance we try to have at Trevecca. But of course, the main reason you go to Trevecca, the reason you go to college in general, is the academics. And we are ready to prepare you for your future, and we're well qualified to do so. Like I said, we're regionally accredited, we're nationally recognized, we have 90+ programs of study, and all of our faculty is committed to you. About 93% or so has their top degree in their field, and there are no teaching assistants. Your advisors are your faculty. So the very professors who are leading your research projects, who are helping you with internship connections, who are helping you find jobs in grad school, going through grad school applications, they're going to be the ones teaching you. They're going to be the ones walking with you and alongside you. So some of the popular majors students choose include business. We have lots of different business concentrations: music business, management, marketing, to name a few, accounting as well. Nursing, we're paired with Belmont University, which is another university in Nashville, Tennessee. So for our nursing students out there, you would actually get 2 degrees for the price of 1. You get a degree from Trevecca as well as from Belmont. We also have a pre-med pathway and a pre-physician assistant pathway. All of these programs, including like social sciences, psychology, criminal justice, music, worship arts, commercial music, all of these and more, graphic design, have internship opportunities. A lot require them, and so many have research opportunities as well. Here are some of the places our students have been able to get internships, job placements after. Connections here in Nashville, as you can imagine, are booming, and Trevecca is able to really bring you to the people and the places that are going to help you excel. We've had students who have been able to intern at NASA, who have been able to go on and have jobs at Sony. We have 2 major league teams here in Nashville, the Preds for hockey and then the Titans for football. Students that have been able to really plug into the city, and Trevecca helps them to do that. We're also fun here at Trevecca. We have a lot of different groups for you to get involved in and lots of organizations and events. We host an event called Friday Night Live. That's a comedy event kind of based on life here at Trevecca. We also have a Trojan Idol. That's our mascot. And so that's kind of an American Idol type situation. We also have Welcome Week, where there's a giant paint fight, drive-in movies. We've had things such as camel rides, rented giant arcades, different things to help our students feel involved. We also have leadership opportunities and different ways for you to facilitate that growth. Because here at Trevecca, yes, we want you to succeed in your academics. But we believe a big part of that is leadership development, figuring out who you are as a person. And here at Trevecca, we care about that very deeply. So we're NCAA Division II. We have 15 teams. If you're interested in being a part of one of those teams, you have to reach out to the coach directly. If you have questions about that, I can definitely help you, but that's just kind of the rule with that. You're also able to go to the games for free as a Trevecca student. That's included for you. And we also have Intramurals, which is a really big part of who we are. Lots of students choose to do that. It's a fun way to compete, to have fun. Those are co-ed sports as well as some same gender. And then we also will have that with faculty and staff who get to play as well. So that's really fun. As far as our admissions process, Trevecca wants it to be simple and easy. We have one application. It's always free. And so that way you can go in, see your options, all that type of stuff. And the application can be found on our website, trevecca.edu. It can also be found on the Common App. And like I said, it'll be free for both. Our admissions for this fall, so if I have seniors tuning in, it is test optional, but we don't know for juniors, so stay tuned. Lastly, for scholarships, there's no other application. You just need to complete the application for Trevecca, and scholarship is awarded after, obviously, you've been admitted. You'll have conversations with myself and a financial aid counselor. And we also accept federal and state aid. So please come visit. We are open for campus visits Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. We'd love to show you what makes us so special and would love for you to become a part of our family here. We have Experience Trevecca Day. It's a group visit. It happens on March 20th this semester. And if you're a junior considering coming to Trevecca, the application for you would open this summer. Myself, the other admissions counselors, we'd love to work with you. And thanks for taking the time to learn a bit about Trevecca. Thanks, guys.
Great. Thank you, Emily, so much for sharing more about Trevecca Nazarene. Our next school today that we'll be hearing from is Wofford College.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And actually, maybe I'm not today, and that's okay. So,
would you like to just have a few extra minutes? I can move you to the end of the line, and I can ask the University of Southern Mississippi if they could go next if you'd like. We can let you troubleshoot a little more.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay. For the University of Southern Mississippi, are you? Do you mind jumping in? Thanks. Thanks. Being a lifesaver tonight. So thank you. And Jack, thank you guys.
All right. 1 second. Let me share my screen. All right. So like she said, my name is Colin Leggett. I work at the University of Southern Mississippi as an admissions counselor. So I'm definitely going to go over some of the highlights of Southern Miss. But of course, if you have any questions at all, we have another admissions representative, Jack Griffith. He's in the chat box and he's going to be answering any questions that you may have specifically to Southern Miss. So we'll go ahead and get started with the presentation. So 1 second, for some reason. Here we go. Okay, so we'll start with talking about our numbers here at Southern Miss. So one really cool thing is it's cool to know where we started to really appreciate where we are. So we were founded in 1910 as an educators college. We have grown since then, and the types of programs that we offer, as well as the size of students. So we have approximately 15,000 students that come to Southern Miss. And we also have 140 different academic degree plans. So those academic degree plans vary in the discipline and the type of majors that they are. A few of those things that we're really proud of within those programs are we actually have a 100% post-graduation employment rate for our nursing graduates. A lot of times before they even walk across the stage of graduation, they've already secured a job. And then we also have the AACSB accreditation in business and accounting for our business school. We are also one of the nation's leading research institutions. So really proud of all the research that's going out of there, especially utilizing our Gulf Park campus with our marine research. And we also are ranked 13th in the nation to produce board certified teachers. So a lot of really great things going out of those different degrees and academic degree plans here at Southern Miss. We're also a 1 square mile campus, and we have a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio that really puts us at that sweet spot of not being too big and not being too small and being a medium-sized institution. Typically, we have an average class size of about 22 students, which really creates a great environment for you to get to know your classmates a little bit better, and then also get to know your professors a little better, and they get to recognize you a little more too as well. And so, of course, being a Golden Eagle, a really important part of that is getting involved in student life. It's the best way to really enhance your student experience and really make the most out of being here at Southern Miss. So one of those things that we're really proud of here is that we have over 220 different student organizations on campus. Those can vary from social organizations like getting involved in fraternities or sorority life. If you want to get involved in student government, there's a lot of opportunities there. We also have different clubs and organizations maybe associated with your major, a lot of different things coming in and out of those different student organizations. And we definitely want you to find your place here where you can make friends and connect with our campus. But we also have athletics here at Southern Miss. And so students at Southern Miss get free entry to all of our Division I athletic events. And that really just creates a great campus culture. You have a lot of, activities going on game days, and it's just really cool to kind of dive in and really enhance and make the most of your student experience here. And so how to get all of that? So the process for joining our family and becoming a Golden Eagle, we have a super easy online application. So once you complete that application, you'll be prompted to submit the $40 non-refundable application fee. And if you are applying as a high school student, you will submit your official high school transcript and your ACT or SAT scores. And then if you are a transfer student coming in, you'll send in your college transcripts as well. So typically it takes about 2 weeks for us to process all of that information and be able to send a decision status back to you. So definitely if you have any questions in the meantime, that's where it'd be great for you to reach out to your admissions counselor, have them reach out to you with any additional questions moving forward. We also have a lot of scholarship opportunities for those admitted students. So we have scholarships that vary in different types. So we'll kind of go down this list. The first one being the USM Foundation and Alumni Association scholarships. We have what's called the GO system, which is what we kind of shortened from the Golden Opportunity Scholarship application. It's a general scholarship application you fill out here for Southern Miss scholarships, and it'll create a prompted list of suggested potential scholarship opportunities for you. So those can range, like I said, from those foundation or Alumni Association scholarships. Those can give you the applications for competitive scholarships. That can also show you the different designation-based scholarships we have. But all in all, we have about 850 different scholarships, including our academic scholarships as well. And so one of the best parts about being at Southern Miss is being able to live in the city of Hattiesburg. We call it the hub city because you can pretty much get to a lot of different places within about probably I would say under 2 hours. So we're about 2 hours from New Orleans, Louisiana. We're about an hour and a half from Jackson, Mississippi, a little under an hour and a half from the Mississippi Gulf Coast. We're about an hour and a half from Mobile, Alabama. So there's really a lot of cool places you can go to, as well as hanging out in Hattiesburg. We have a lot of live shows and entertainment happening at the Sanger Theater in downtown Hattiesburg. There's a lot of events that go on, not even just in the middle of the school year, but also in the summer. If you really want to kind of dive into just the life in Hattiesburg, there's a lot of really cool things happening around the area. We also have a local zoo. And then if you want to, kind of go outside of campus and get outside, you can kayak the Okatoma River as well. But we also post a lot of information on our social media. That's really the best way to get information about any dates or any deadlines that are coming up. We definitely want to make sure that you're well informed. And so you can contact us either through social media, or you can contact your admissions counselor through their social media. We always like to make sure that we're connecting with students, especially whenever a lot of things are virtual now. We want to make sure that you have the most information that you can get. But of course, we want to see you on campus. So if you like what you see, you can submit your application, but we would also love to have you on an official campus visit. We are having campus visits currently. And so if you're in the place where you can come and come see us and come visit with us, we would absolutely love to have you. But that concludes all that I have for the presentation, so we can move on to the next presenter.
Great. Thanks, Colin. Thank you so much for sharing more about the University of Southern Mississippi and for jumping in right when we needed it. I appreciate it. All right, so we are reaching our halfway point that we have done our first 3 schools, and we have 3 more that we're going to cover. So just a reminder to all of our attendees to check out that Q&A. It is a great place to drop a question. You can ask a question about one of the schools that's already presented. You can ask a question in advance of the schools to come. You can ask something for everyone to answer or weigh in on about who has what major or about an activity that you're looking to be involved in. So don't forget that Q&A is right there. All right, so we are going to go next to the University of Advancing Technology. Be up next and ready to go.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to share my screen, and I also put my contact information in the chat. So let me just double check to make sure. Yep, it's right there. All right, so good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lori with University of Advancing Technology in Tempe, Arizona. What makes us unique? We have less than 1,000 students, only about 15 students a class, and we offer all technology degrees. So UAT offers Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and
Lori,
yes,
I'm sorry to pop back in, but I just wanted to double check to make sure. Did you want your screen to be able to go full screen to advance?
yeah, is it, let me see here.
Yeah, it's a little
Thank
bit like
you.
pixelating and slow. So I just wanted to double check on that too.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see.
Stop the screen share and just give you a quick second there. Oh, there it comes. So if you go to the, oh gosh. Back if you want to go to your first slide, and then, oh, I just have forgotten. If any of the other presenters can remember the exact button to hit, feel free to jump in because I can't quite remember on a Mac. But if not, we can see it.
Okay, I'll just see.
Oh, your
All
presenter button down at the bottom on the bottom bar
Mhm.
would probably be, you can go full screen down from the bottom of the PowerPoint towards. It's to the next to the negative button, the smaller shrink button. That should pop you big.
Down here, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
Okay.
one. Try that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
there you go.
so much.
You're welcome. All right. We always can troubleshoot and figure it out. So,
Yes.
all right. There you go.
So good afternoon. Thank you, Jennifer. So we have less than 1,000 students, only about 15 students a class, and we offer all technology degrees. So we offer Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Master's degrees. Under our digital arts degrees, we offer digital video, which includes compositing, editing, and visual effects. We also offer digital marketing, advertising art, and web design. We also offer software engineering degrees, advancing computer science, data science, and also artificial intelligence. We do offer cybersecurity degrees as well. Our cybersecurity students are hired by the NSA, FBI, and CIA. We offer network engineering, network security, and technology forensics. Video game studies. We offer game design, virtual reality, game art and animation, and game programming. Under advancing business technology studies, so if you're interested in a business degree combined with technology, we offer technology studies and business technology. Hardware creation, so creation and simulation degrees. We have robotics and embedded systems, human-computer interaction, and digital maker and fabrication. UAT is accredited through the Higher Learning Commission, which is an accrediting body recognized by the Higher Education, Department of Higher Education. We have all kinds of clubs like anime, manga, League of Legends, Minecraft, Nerf Wars, as well as other clubs too. And you can apply to UAT as a sophomore, junior, or senior in high school. It's free to apply. There's no SAT nor ACT required. We ask you 5 mini essay questions and combine it with your GPA to determine acceptance and scholarships too. And when you graduate from UAT, you'll graduate with 3 things: your bachelor's degree, an internship, and a student innovation project. So you'll have something to show for your all that time in the projects and all your effort. Another thing that's really beneficial about UAT is that after you graduate from UAT, you can come back at any time in your life and take classes for free. It's called auditing classes because we want our students, our graduates, to always be keeping up to date on the most current technology. And our campus mascot is Maxwell the cat. He's a really cool tabby cat, and the students love him. Hopefully, if you can come over when we offer in-person tours, then you can stop by and say hi to Maxwell the cat too. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you so much for sharing with us about the University of Advancing Technology. Next, we'll be hearing from Syracuse University.
All right, hi everyone. Good evening. Wonderful to, I guess, not really see you all, but get a chance to share a little bit about Syracuse. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. So just give me one moment. So the first thing that I always like to begin with when speaking about Syracuse University is really our location. So Syracuse, New York is located in Syracuse, New York. We're smack dab in the middle of New York State. I'll actually show you a map here just in a second if you're not necessarily sure where that is. But I think it's really important to always start with this picture so that you know Syracuse University, being a mid-sized university of about 15,000 undergraduate students, is still a very traditional campus. You can see here that all of our classes are in one space. Everything's very walkable. I think a lot of times that when people see us on ESPN, especially for our men's basketball games, they think that we're a ginormous school of 40,000 students or so. But in fact, we really sit somewhere in that nice medium area, allowing, again, kind of that best of both worlds feel that you get kind of the traditional campus while also getting the opportunities of a larger campus. Again, just to give you a little bit of an idea of where we are located, you can see in the map here that Syracuse is, again, smack dab in the middle of New York State. Important to know is that Syracuse, New York is a mid-sized city, very similar to our campus a little bit. And so with that, know that we are gonna have major transportation hubs. We have an international airport less than 10 miles from campus, as well as an Amtrak and Greyhound bus station with about 5 miles of campus. We do provide transportation back and forth to all of those major hubs for our students free of cost. But then there's also some major downtown areas. Armory Square, I would say, is where our students tend to populate the most. There's a lot of indoor markets. We just opened one called Salt City Market, which I'm really excited about. In the winter times, they do winter carnivals downtown. In the summer, we actually host the New York State Fair. And so there's a lot of different ways for you to interact within that Syracuse area for fun, but also in terms of internships and job opportunities as well. Now, when we think of ourselves as an academic institution, again, I just want to say that we are a mid-sized institution of about 15,000 undergraduate students. When we're thinking of those 15,000 undergraduate students, it's very important to know when you apply into the university, you do not apply into just Syracuse University. You're ultimately going to apply into one of our 10 schools and colleges, which are the ones listed here. Many of them are top ranked across the country. I'm not going to list those all out for you because I would take the entire 6 minutes to do so. You can see some of our top ranked programs here on the right-hand side of the screen, but know that many of the subset programs are ranked in the top 10, 15, 20 in the country. Why I like to say that is, when you come to Syracuse University, and many of our students do come in undecided or change their mind once they're here, is you're not going from an excellent program to a mediocre program, is that you're going to have that strong strength of a curriculum throughout all 10 of our schools and colleges. Our average class size does sit at 26 students, but I think it's a lot more telling to say that 90% of our classes are taught at under 50 students, 80% of our classes are taught at under 30 students, and 60% of our classes are taught at under 20 students. Every single one of those classes that you take are going to be taught by a professor. We do not have any of our TAs or graduate assistants teach classes. And more so than that, in a really great way to personalize the curriculum for our students, is every single student on our campus gets 3 different advisors. That's a lot of people to help you, I can tell you that right now. No matter where you study at the university, you will ultimately get your academic advisor, your peer or success advisor, and then the third is actually your career advisor. Syracuse has 10 career centers across campus, one in each of the individual schools and colleges, because an architecture student is very different from a musical theater student, very different from an elementary education student. And so that career advisor can really work with you from day one, pointing you in the right direction of research, internship opportunities, experiential learning, shadowing, and then ultimately connecting you with alumni within that career area so that ultimately you are successful once you leave our doors. I did mention research. Syracuse is very well known for research. We are actually ranked as an R1 institution. We're one of about 120 colleges in the country that do have that designation, so it is very prestigious. Our students can do research across all of their years on campus, so you do not have to wait till you're a junior and senior. And if really being in a lab isn't your thing, know that our students across all of our disciplines do research. Actually, these 2 young women on the left-hand side actually patented a SARI to be used as a water filtration system and connected with a non-governmental agency out of India to be able to use as charity work. They were fashion design students, probably the farthest things from the STEM field. And so you can really do that in a lot of areas. The last big academic piece to know about Syracuse is our study abroad opportunities. We're currently ranked as the #7 study abroad institution utilized with, and over 50% of our students do study abroad by the time that they graduate. When we're thinking of ourselves as kind of that fun institution as well, know that there are tons of things to do. I kind of mentioned ESPN earlier. If you did not know, Syracuse is actually Division I in the ACC conference, very, very well known for sports. We actually hold the national record for how many people have been at our regular season Duke game. Duke is one of our largest rivals, Duke and Georgetown, and that actually has been capped at about 37,000 fans. And so it really is something to see overall. At that note, I do know I'm getting to the end of kind of my time here. I just want everybody to know that I'm going to throw my information in the chat box. So if you did have more questions in terms of our application process or anything else about the university, I would be more than happy to share that with you. But otherwise, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jessica, for sharing more about Syracuse. All right, we're coming to our last 6th school for the evening, Wofford College. We're really excited to be able to have worked out our difficulties. We're going to get this presentation going. And again, any questions that you have, please, students and attendees, throw those in the Q&A for our representatives to answer before we conclude our time tonight. All right, so Adelaide, we're ready for Wofford.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I am hoping to be able to share my screen, but it looks like I'm having some privacy issues, so it may not be possible. Either way, I have some great information to share with you guys. And that's what we're going to go ahead and get started with. And then I'll share my information in the chat, and anyone who's interested can shoot me an email and I can send the information sheet I had for you guys. So you just get to look at these dates for the next 6 minutes. So Wofford College is a small private liberal arts institution in Spartanburg, South Carolina, that actually puts us closer to the North Carolina state line than it does to the beach. And what I mean when I say a small private liberal arts college is that we have 1,760-ish students on our campus currently. All of those are undergraduate students. All of those are students who are primarily living on campus and are working towards their undergraduate degree. So this provides the opportunity for our campus to be super tight knit. We have a really strong community, and it's the reason why so many people choose Wofford at the end of the day. And while on campus, you will find that we have just about half our students coming from in-state, half our students coming from out of state, covering 21 different states and 11 different countries. We also have a 21% of our students are self-reporting as non-white students, and we cover 21 different faith perspectives. In addition to that, 15% of our students are first-generation students. So when we're talking about the Wofford community, we find that it is really one where you're not only learning from your professors, but you're learning from one another as well, which is really exciting. When we're talking about academics at Wofford, we are looking at 67 different majors, minors, and programs with the ability to double major, major and minor, have an emphasis, has a concentration. Any of those kinds of things are totally possible. Just about half our students are going to double major while they're here. You will have the chance not only to become an expert in your field of study, but also to get to know the different majors, minors, and programs we have to offer through our general education requirement credits, which is really awesome. So it gives you the chance not only to become really well-versed in a lot of different topics, but if you are one of many students who doesn't quite know what they want to major in right now, that's absolutely fine. That's totally normal. This is going to give you the chance to explore a lot of different topics, see what you're interested in, see what you're good at, and be able to move forward from there, which is really awesome. So a few kind of numbers when we're talking about academics, our class sizes are going to cap at 25. So you'll never have a class bigger than 25 students. And the average class size is 18. We have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And so what you'll find is that these classes are not only allowing you to get to know your professors and get to know other students, but they're going to allow you to really be a part of that classroom experience. You're going to be able to share your thoughts, ideas, and opinions, and you're going to be asked to kind of comment on the work that you're doing. It helps you get to know others and your professors, but it also really helps you become really familiar with the work that you're doing. One of the other different things that I think is important to mention about our academic programming is our interim program. It's one of the things that separates us from a lot of other schools that are similar. An interim, for those of you guys that don't know, is a period traditionally in the month of January where we are stopping all of our regular classes in order to help you guys get outside of your educational comfort zone a little bit. So you'll, instead of taking 5 different classes every several days for your regular semesters, you will be taking one class every day for 3 hours a day, which sounds kind of intense. And these are intensive classes, but they allow you the opportunity to try something new, do it in a new way. These classes are built to be really hands-on, really experience-based, experiential learning. And hopefully do it with new people so that you get to know other students on campus, you get to know and spend time with people who you don't normally end with inside your major, which is really awesome. But this interim program has a few different opportunities within it. You can do a class like we've talked about. You can do an internship interim. We recognize that job opportunities that are available that are entry level are asking for work experience a lot of the time. So this gives you the chance to get that work experience. You can do a month-long internship. And it's not tied to Spartanburg either. You can do one in your hometown if you're not from the area, but you can also do one anywhere in the country or in the world as long as you can find a place to work and you can find a place to live. You can go off and do that for that month. You can also design your own interim if you have a passion or interest that you'd like to explore during this time that's not being offered through one of our classes or through an internship. If you design it yourself, you can find a sponsor on campus who's willing to let you explore that topic independently. And then last but certainly not least, during non-COVID times, we also allow our students to do travel abroad opportunities. We are nationally ranked first being a school that allows study abroad for academic credit. And so just about 3/4 of our students will take advantage of that at some point in their college career. One of the ways to do that is through this interim program and the chance to go abroad for just about 3 weeks with Wofford professors and Wofford students, being able to marry kind of the idea of a great travel experience and a great academic experience is pretty unique. What you will find, however, is that more often than not, students who are going abroad are going to be choosing a semester abroad for the major reason that Wofford lets you take your merit aid and your financial aid with you when you go. So every dollar that you're not spending on your Wofford cost of attendance, you're not spending on your semester abroad cost of attendance. Most of the time that makes studying abroad financially feasible for just about every single one of our students. We have sent students to all 7 continents and over 70 countries, varying several different kinds of programs, making sure that you can travel wherever you want, pretty much whenever you want, and being able to do so working back towards your degree. So you're not taking a semester off, you're still working towards the diploma that you're trying to get. You will find that we have 6 top majors that are really popular here. That's going to be biology, psychology, finance, accounting, English, and government. Those are popular because they're great programs, but they're also popular because our pre-professional tracks are very popular. So pre-med, pre-law, pre-vet, and pre-dental are 4 of our most top pre-professional programs. And students really enjoy the fact that they get to start on that track before graduation, get the chance to do internships and hands-on opportunities during their undergrad career with an express track onto whatever graduate program they're looking to do through our programs, which is really exciting. When we're talking about student life at Wofford, oh, am I done? Is it? No? Great. Awesome. So when we're talking about student life at Wofford, we are talking about Division I athletics. We're the 3rd smallest Division I school in the country. We're especially known for our basketball programs. We have over 100 clubs and organizations to offer our students, which is really exciting. And you'll find that students want to get involved in all those different kinds of ways. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to drop my information in the chat. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. And if y'all have any questions or need anything from me, please just shoot me an email. I'd love to help you out. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Adelaide, that was a great job. You did so well even without having that presentation out there. Just like true, admissions counselors are just absolute pros. All of you are. All right. So even though we are coming to the end of our time, I would love to still sneak in one of our fun last questions. So if every presenter would agree to be extra efficient in their answer and would turn on their camera, I would still love to have one of our fun questions to just help give our presenters a moment to share a little bit more about their really awesome campuses that we've gotten to learn all about today, and also for our students. So the question is going to be, if you can share quickly, and we'll go round robin, the same order that we just went in, a favorite event or tradition on campus that gives a little bit of something just really unique or special to share. So we'll start with Maine Maritime Academy, and then just when one person finishes, the next person just jump right in.
Yeah, Jennifer, I would say at Maine Maritime Academy, one of the most significant dates throughout the year would be our homecoming weekend, which oftentimes is partnered with what we call RIC weekend, regimental induction ceremony for all of our 2/3 of our first year class on campus, where they celebrate completing their regimental preparatory training and are officially 4th class students in the Regiment of Midshipmen. So culmination of a lot of things going on, both athletically, within the regiment, and for our student population, and great to get alumni back to campus and celebrate.
Yeah, I'd say at Trevecca, Welcome Week is really big. So that happens in the spring and fall when classes start back to welcome everyone. In the fall, though, it's especially big, and we have this event called Paint-A-Palooza, which is what kind of caps it all off at the end. It is a giant paint fight. Paint war, where Dan Boone, who's our president, and Denise, his wife, the first lady of the university, both come. And so you get the opportunity to throw paint at your president, as well as other students on campus. So it's just a lot of fun and makes for a really good photo op as well.
Here at Southern Miss, we have what's called Golden Eagle Welcome Week. And so during Golden Eagle Welcome Week, at the end of the week, after you've gotten a little more acquainted with campus and everything, you know where your classes are, we have what's called Painting of the Eagle Walk, which is actually a road that runs underneath our football stadium. And so they give that incoming freshman class an opportunity to paint part of the road gold. And so honestly, that part's really cool because you get to drive underneath it and the road is painted gold. But my favorite part of the tradition is a lot of them will paint their handprints gold, and they'll go up to the side of the stadium and press their handprint up against the stadium. It's just really cool to drive by and see that and get to see that they get to leave their mark on campus in that way.
Could I also go? My favorite tradition on campus is the fountain sit during homecoming week. So there's a fountain on central campus, and during homecoming week they fill that with ice, and our students will sit in that fountain for hours on end and answer different trivia questions about Hattiesburg and Southern Miss. I believe students have sat in there for around 8 hours at the longest, and there are nursing students that actually check their temperatures to make sure they're okay. But the last person standing kind of gets bragging rights on campus, and it's really fun for everyone to kind of gather around. Not during coronavirus, of course, and see what's going on over there.
At University of Advancing Technology, every semester they have the Global Game Jam, where different gaming students get into teams, and they have 48 hours to create a game from start to finish and then compete against each other. So it's a lot of fun.
At Syracuse University, I would normally say the Duke rivalry game, but since I chatted a little bit about that already, I will say our Juice Jam and Mayfest. We have it every year, unfortunately, not during COVID-19, but they are huge all-day music productions. There's normally 4 or 5 different artists throughout the day, and then a headliner at night. That headliner has been everybody from Khalid to Chainsmokers, Macklemore, G-Unit in recent years. So it's a really great day, and both the fall and the spring, kind of at the beginning and the end of the year, to let loose and enjoy yourself. It's normally one of the first Fridays and one of the last Fridays of the semesters.
At Wofford, my favorite tradition is the running into the fountain. It happens for a ton of different events. And so there's a bunch of different times during your college career it could happen, but we have this huge fountain at the front of our campus that is known for everything from making a good grade to a big birthday to any kind of major graduation or senior event. You will find somebody in the fountain, and everyone generally is going to be doing it at some point before graduation. I highly recommend to wait until after it's cleaned, but also when it's the summertime and not the winter, which is when I did it the first time. I got super sick. It was really embarrassing. But it's a really great way of being able to celebrate good points in your life. And especially as you come to your close of your years at Wofford, you'll find that when you're headed to the fountain, so is somebody else. And you can kind of work with your memories together and kind of see how you've grown, which is really exciting.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, I love everyone sharing, because I just think it gives such a little bit of extra flavor about the types of experiences and unique traditions that students could experience if they were part of your campus. Well, we have come to the end of our time together tonight. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to all of our panelists for sharing information. It's not just the facts and the figures, but also the passion and excitement that you have for the opportunities at your institution. Thank you to all of our attendees. We are so glad you chose to spend time with us tonight. When you close your window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this was just one of many sessions that are being hosted, so we hope that you'll sign up for additional sessions this evening. And in about a week's time, you'll be able to find this session's recordings, as well as all other session recordings, posted at the site where you registered. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us this evening, and have a great night. Bye.